An Ohio man is gunned down because of a celebratory fire. I mean, he's celebrating New Year's. This is a tradition in America. Like it or not, everyone knows this is a tradition in the United States of America. Well, the police decided to shoot and ask questions never. Here's the video.
It's going to be, correction, it's going to be 2300 block of 10th Street, 2307 10th Street Southwest. Saw the male's head through the fence after I heard the shots. Got on my cruiser, went up to the porch, and I saw him putting the rifle away. Shots fired, shots fired. Police, get down now! Police, get down now! Can't come, shots fired. Send us everybody.
A damn shame. Put up the picture of the man he just killed in that video, James Williams. James Williams is with his wife, Marquetta, okay? This happened midnight on New Year's Eve in Canton, Ohio. Williams, the man who was killed, was firing in the sky, in the air, as were many in celebration of the new year. He was not warned that police were there. He was not told to drop any weapon. They shot indiscriminately. This cop shot indiscriminately into that vicinity. The 4-minute body camera released, the footage released last Wednesday, ends with more officers arriving and the family being ordered out of their home and the police entering their home. Here's the second video.
Show me your hands!
We got kids inside.
Okay. Yeah, get him out. He's the one shooting the gun.
I don't have him there right now. Nobody's.
Everybody out of the house now. Get everyone out. Everybody out. All the kids out now. Everybody on the ground. Let's go. Out here on the sidewalk on the ground. Where is he at? Where is he at? Hey, do me a favor. Everybody out here on the grass right now. Get out on the ground now. Got it, Daddy?
Come on. Go.
Watch him.
No, stuffed animal.
Stuffed animal. Can't police. We're coming in. I got mail on the ground.
Where's he shot?
In the chest.
Got 5. Hey, check. Can't police.
Got multiple firearms here.
There's body on the back here. Huh?
I want you to take notice in this video that the commanding officer is saying, where is he at? Where is he at? Talking about the victim. The reason why he doesn't know where he's at is because the officer who killed him could not explain it, could not say, here's where the person is at. Because the officer that shot and killed this young man was simply shooting in a direction. There was no criminal aspect. There was no one pointing a weapon at any cop. There was no one trying to be criminal against the police. If he would have said, hey, we're the police, you need to put down the gun, or at least put on your sirens. Hey, police here, come on outside, let's talk. Or get on your megaphone and say, hey, police outside, come out, let's talk. Anything would have saved this man's life. He would still be with his wife. His wife would still have a husband. Right now, this very moment. This is why it's so important for us to highlight things like this. When you kill a person, When you kill someone, you kill their potential family. You kill their lineage that would have happened beyond them. You kill the hopes and dreams of their children, their parents and grandparents, those they mentored, their friends. You don't just kill them. You kill a community. Let's put up his picture again. That's James and his wife. He did die from those gunshot wounds. He leaves behind 6 children. 6 children. They are obviously calling for justice in this. He was able to utter, "I've been shot." When this occurred, he was well aware that he had been shot. Initially, he did not know who shot him. His wife said the officer did not announce his presence before firing his gun. We now know that. And she didn't know her husband had been shot until he turned to come inside, and she saw splatter of blood across his chest. According to the report, the initial news released Saturday said Williams was armed when police responded at 12:06 a.m. To a report of gunfire at his house in the 2300 block of 10th Street Southwest, the release said. The officer who was outside his vehicle confronted a subject that began shooting a firearm. The officer, in fear of his safety, fired his duty weapon at the subject and struck him. That's what the report said. The body camera, that footage sheds more light. James Williams' wife, Marquetta, says she joined her husband and other relatives in firing the rifle, as did other neighbors. It was a tradition in that community. She and the others went back inside while her husband stayed to shoot the rifle in the air. This was a tradition for this neighborhood and family. Marquetta said her husband used her AR-15 and fired into the air as they heard their neighbors firing guns into the air as well. He did not have a concealed carry permit, but she does. She said, adding that the gun belongs to her. While the Ohio Attorney General and law enforcement experts expressed their sympathy for the family, Ohio AG blames Williams, saying, and I quote, "It's stupid." Get this now, there's a man dead. And the AG says, it's stupid. An extraordinarily dangerous thing to do, to shoot a gun off in the air, and that's a crime, and it can be a serious crime depending on what the consequences of it are. Really? Really? Is it a crime, Mr. AG, to shoot someone who is not a threat to the police? Isn't that a crime? He said the footage does raise questions regarding the circumstance of the shooting, but asks people to reserve judgment until more facts are gathered. Yep, I got all the facts I need. The officer remains unnamed. They are doing hide the pickle again. You know, when they play that game, I play another game. Let's put up the police chief. Jack Angelo, that's the police chief. And until they release the name of the cop who did this, that will be the face of this murder. Ben Gleave, you saw what happened. Even the Attorney General, after saying this was stupid, said, but you know, the shooting did bring some question in my mind.
Yeah, it's just mind-boggling how that's what the focus of the statement is. Because regardless of whether it's stupid, I don't disagree that there shouldn't be a ritual of shooting in the air. But if that's what a neighborhood's ritual is, that is what it is. And this house, for whatever reason, was targeted. But here's the broader point that is not made, is that if someone's shooting into the air and the officer cannot see into that home and cannot see into that backyard due to this 6-foot wooden privacy fence, the only reason you would ever shoot when you hear gunshots is to protect the lives of yourselves or of the people that presumably that person is shooting at. When you indiscriminately shoot through a fence that you cannot see through, how does the officer know he's not killing the very people he's supposedly, even in that argument, trying to protect? When you indiscriminately shoot through the window, his wife was standing literally 1 or 2 feet away from where he was. The officer got very lucky, if you could say so, in such a tragic circumstance that he didn't kill also Marquetta, his wife, and the kids. You indiscriminately shoot through a fence. So that's not even an argument. The officer just didn't care about the lives, didn't care about Mr. Williams' life, just heard shots and said, this is a neighborhood I don't care about. This is people I don't care about. Boom, 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 boom. And then identified himself as the police. How sad. This was a stay-at-home husband who had 6 kids, 4 of his own and 2 stepchildren. He loved to cook for them, take care of them, prepare for them. They now don't have someone to raise them, presumably if his wife is the one that has to work and make the money. These are many lives ruined by an act of cowardice.
It's extreme, it's insane, but once again, this is why we say defund the police. It's not about taking money away from all policing, it's about reprioritizing what policing means to a community. Everyone should have known on the beat that night that this neighborhood engages in a tradition. That's why community policing is important, because community policing would have said, hey, that's James over there with his neighbors. They do this every year. Let's go over there and just tell them to tap it down a little because we got some complaints. That changes everything. That one minor pivot saves a life. But you don't get there without community policing or an emphasis on it.